Welcome guys, this is Michi Hoyer from SimracingExpo. We are live for some little walkthrough for what's going on here on SimracingExpo. So we're gonna swap the camera around, there we go. This is the entrance, by the way. This is the entire site being closed up this year. So starting here from the left hand side, we have a big stand of Porsche. Porsche with the simulators, and once again with that classic 911 GT3 Cup car being run on rFactor here. So quick look at that before we see what is going on the other side. You guys may have remembered that car. It's an official old GT3 Cup car, value 450,000 euros. They basically just took out the engines and replaced them with gaming equipment. Then we have big stand here at Freudenfeld, got some pedals there. I think those are the sprint pedals. Got Jimmy Broadbent here. Hey man, how you doing?
See you.
See you. So of course you can check their equipment. Not sure what kind of game that is. If I'm not mistaken, it's Automobilista. They are at the German Hockenheimring though, in a Formula car and some cheap, looks like being a Porsche. Next up we got V-Box Motorsports. They are doing video data analysis. So basically some kind of Motec stuff that is going on here. So we'll check that out and see what's about that. Then we got next up a D-Box. D-Box Motion. So they got a motion rig down here with a side-fat performance seat. You can see that little thing standing there. I'm gonna try having a little more close-up look about it. Whether I can see, bear with me. So this indeed looks very interesting. What's worth its performance though, I do not know yet. Next up, SimLab. Well, that rig is most likely very familiar to most of you guys, and if I'm not mistaken, it will be quite familiar to me as well in the near future. Got some hydraulic foots there, so it's definitely a motion rig indeed. Triple screen setup with a SimuCube 2.0. They also got their Fanatec SimLab Team Redline seat and rig right up there with a DD1, I think it's on, and an F1 rim. So that is SimLab. Now that is the state-of-the-art rig here. Beyond that, we got a virtual racing lounge with a simulator up here. This is basically a store and obviously home of sim racing, so community. Next up we got Super Racer. I think there is a competition going on you can do inside that trucks to actually qualify for an assessment center. A former teammate of mine did that last year. Now looking up Noble chairs with a stand here. They're doing very interesting gaming chairs indeed. And I think part of the sim racing back you get here is a 10% voucher for getting their products. I will have a seat at some point and check them out. Then we got VRS Racing School. So they've also entered into the market of selling rigs as far as I'm concerned. I'm not quite sure though, or whether they are just here for their sim racing school. I'll need to find that out. But indeed, there is some crowd here going on. So as you can see, VRS Direct Force Pro, they are selling some products, as you can see on the flyers. But we're going to find out more about that in the future. Then we got the guys of ImSim here, and you guys remember that I was taking a nice drive last year in the ImSim simulators. They've upgraded it with hoising felt pedals and a SimUcube 2. As far as I can see, they are running on they are running on iRacing. Sorry about that. They used to run a Assetto Corsa Competizione, and I wonder what happened there, whether they here they switched to AC1. Need to talk to Tiago, who I can see they're working. Next up, Cube Controls, new manufacturer there on the market, not quite as old, but they are bringing up nice stuff. So obviously got SimUcube on there. Have a nice F1 wheel, I have to admit. We're gonna have a look at the product real quick. So GT Light coming up here. I love that carbon fiber look, to be honest. Then we got the GT Pro OMP, so OMP wheelbase rim, GT Pro Momo. Don't need to say what Momo stands for, most likely, and the GT Pro Sparco. So they've been inspired by the different kind of rims, and then they have Formula CSX, which I have to say looks magnificent, like really magnificent. Formula Pro also looks really good. I'm more of a fan with the LCD screen though. And then they got the Formula Light, which doesn't look too different from the Formula Pro. And yeah, we'll need to get out some flyers to see what it is all about. Next up, does this belong? I think that belongs to ImSim as well. This is also some kind of wall of where you see how SimracingExpo has developed from 2015 to 2019, but I think that is all ImSim material. So they are showing their way of process, starting, as I said, in 2015, going over 16, 17, 18, 19, and then obviously into the future. So they got a pretty massive booth here, as you can see. So hey there Dave, hey there Sven. Sven, looking forward to see you tomorrow. So that is just a little preview for you what you can see here. So that ImSim area is hilariously big, if that makes any sense. Then we got our guys here from Wave Italy in the Assetto Corsa with a full motion F1 car. I heard that they are a partnership of Ferrari doing their drivers testing. Unfortunately, I can't ask someone by Ferrari for clarification and shit, but I guess it is the way it is. They have, for the very first time, 2 times their big F1 simulator here from Wave Italy. They've also updated the chassis a little bit. They got their F1 rim, which is very nice. It's working very accurately. The buttons work very accurately. The only thing is that the hand trays are a little small to my liking, having known it from last year. So next up, we got BenQ as well. BenQ basically here with curved monitors, with gaming monitors and shit. They got race room seat simulations with Thrustmaster material, Thrustmaster hardware on. Game they're running this Project Cars too, as far as I can see. So basically those are the monitors to be tested for the future gaming. That was halfway through there. So also since Wave Italy is producing other wheels and other pedals, you can see Wave Impetus Pros being inverted right up here. They're running all except of course R1 though, as far as I can see. Beyond that, we got a grandstand of Sparco here. Definitely showing seats and rigs. I'm not sure if Sparco is also doing sim racing rigs, but they are definitely showing their seats. Have a look at that Pro 2000 GRP lights. Then the Circuit 2 deep bucket seat. That is probably something you can really sleep in if you tilt it the right way. Pretty high-end gaming seats, so they have a full stand of what the SimRig 2 is about. Light fiber racing seat, Sparco Pro 2002, and I think they got. Actually, they got my screen. My screen looks so small on that video when I'm standing right in front, but that is basically a screen I do have at home. Logitech K400 as a keyboard, and we got Sparco P310 competition mod Thrustmaster TSXW racer wheel. Beyond that, of course, they're biro chairs. I'm happily admitting that I do not need them anymore for racing, but they are quite nice indeed. Got a big iRacing booth here, and I believe that iRacing is more and more bragging about their AI that is about to come. Gonna have a look up at their grandstand in the future. They got 3 simulators from SimLab and Fanatec down there as far as I can see. So I'm gonna check out what they are about. Surely that is commentary booth for whatever that's going on. Could be down of the sim racing competition. Here we got AMG Driving Academy. Well, needless to say that they got nice cars. I'm not sure what's going on about there. Then you got little simulations. Jesus Christ, that is hell of a motion rig. I'm sorry, Altaman, but I will reveal all the surprises already. So I think I want to give that one a go indeed. And see how that motion works. Very interesting construction indeed. Right, next up, and I think we're coming up to the last lane. Starting with Vazzaro on the left hand side. They have a freaking, oh wow, not left hand side but both sides really. So they got hell of a booth here, even a McLaren. Very, very awesome triple screen setup rig here, my goodness me. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned though is last year I used to be into that one, and I felt that there was so much input lag, and I want to see if I can maybe, yeah. As soon as he taps the brake, the rig starts to move to the front, whereas it should already be quite at the front, loaded down. So I do think that there is too much latency in their rig, but I need to find out. Next up, pit rotor bar. The ADAC SimracingExpo photo box. Gonna take a picture of that one later. Sim rig, very, very small stand. I do not want to know what that simulator is about to cost. I'm trying to give that one a ride, obviously, and see how it feels. But that tilting forward definitely should simulate a lot of G-forces there. And then we are at Simcraft. They have another motion rig on there. And Jesus Christ, again, I mean, look at the size of that thing. You cannot really put that in your, oh, that even moves from the forwards and backwards according to how you drive, to give you a perfect feel of what's going on track. Simulation we're on is iRacing, and then look, as you tap the brake, the rig goes backwards, simulating the braking force. Wow. Next up, big ADAC booth with a little sitting corner. I'm gonna have a look into the competition area as well. So ADAC is around with a lot of stuff again. They got 4 of their rigs, of their cockpit B2s, I think. Sorry, that is 6. They are on a set of Corsa Competizione with a direct drive, with all that kind of products they are selling, obviously. So I'm liking that seat of that F1 where you're lying really flat, like the guys do here. F1 2019 here on the screens. They got F1 leaderboard up here. I think that's Automobilista again, but I'm not really sure. And then we got Nerf Take, as real as it gets. Guessing that we are speaking about. Well, I was guessing that we're speaking about virtual reality, but at the same time, holy shit, is there movement going on in that rim? Looks like a real car though, or part of a car. Let me try to get up a sneak view. There's quite a lot of shaking and movement going on though, indeed. So yeah, that's basically it. That is the exhibition side of SimracingExpo. Final booth, Nurburgring eSports Lounge. They got a DR7 standing here, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the first ever simulator that moves in the most dimensions available. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe have a chance trying them out. There is a big cafe, a big kind of sim racing lounge, so that's why it's called the Nurburgring eSports Lounge, officially also hosted and contributed by ADAC, which is also name given for this SimracingExpo, ADAC 2019 SimracingExpo. Currently I think we got the Porsche Sim Racing Trophy going on, and we're gonna have a look how this is happening right there, because we are about to enter that stages, which is free entrance, but you are obviously appreciated to pay some money as a con. Look at that stage, holy shit. So the guy down there in can I zoom? Yes, I can. Those are the DR7s of the sim racing of the Nurburgring eSports Lounge, and the guys are currently racing there. I'm not sure if that is a test race or an official race, but I guess it is everything official right here, what happens. So yeah, big stadium, big arena. Gonna move around a little bit, and of course some flashbacks of mine for the EWTCR launch event 1.5 years back. So a lot of racing going on. Down there is a technique and commentary booth, and I can hear Bill Vincent. So this hall and stadium will be crowded by the end of the day with a stage. So that is SimracingExpo here so far. We're gonna have a look around and see what we can do, what we can experience over here. And I hope you guys get a good view into what's going on. So yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your messages. You guys have me on social media, so if you want to know anything about the event, feel free to message me. I'm trying to contact you, and see you there later, guys. Goodbye.